What's going on YouTube? Come back at you with another video. So 50 Cent recently got interviewed by Lil Wayne on Young Money Radio. He touched on a lot of different topics. They talked about Pop Smoke's album, Nicki Minaj, Eminem, Black Lives Matter, a few other things as well. One of the most interesting parts of this interview to me was when 50 seemingly took some shots at Meek Mill. So 50 doesn't say Meek Mill's name, but if you know the history of Meek Mill, you pretty much know that's who he's talking about. This is what 50 had to say about Meek Mill seemingly. He said, if you said to me, I'm not going to say who I'm talking about, right? I'm just going to say, if you represent prison reform, how do you sign to a correctional officer and you managed by a snitch? Help me with this, man. I just look at certain shit and I go, wait, how is that? So 50 Cent, again, not using Meek Mill's name, but you can pretty much figure out who he's talking about by what he said. Meek Mill signed to a correctional officer, that's being Rick Ross. Even more so, Meek Mill is managed by a snitch, being DESIREE PEREZ. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought that Meek Mill going to Tekashi 6ix9ine for this snitch situation was actually highly hypocritical. Not because Meek Mill is a snitch himself, but he's running with a snitch. So how do you pick and choose who you call a snitch when you actually have somebody who is in your circle that's a snitch? I can't respect that at all. I think it's kind of corny. If you're going to call 6ix9ine a snitch, why don't you look at DESIREE PEREZ and call her a snitch too? Like, the shit just seems corny to me. As far as the Rick Ross thing goes, I don't think signing to a quote-unquote correctional officer is the death blow as much as, being managed or being affiliated with somebody like DESIREE PEREZ. But it's another interesting point that 50 Cent is making. How do you sign to a correctional officer and you're managed by a snitch, but you say you represent prison reform? It's interesting. We'll see if Meek Mill has any kind of response for this. Again, 50 Cent did not actually say his name, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out who he is talking about. I'm wondering what people out there think about this situation. Does Meek Mill have any place to call anybody a snitch or talk about prison reform if Meek Mill himself is actually being, what 50 Cent is saying, managed by a snitch and signed to a correctional officer? I want to know what people's comments are on that. Leave it in the comment section. Hit the like, subscribe, share. Ring the notification bell if you're subscribed. Please take 1 second to click the link I'm going to pin as the top comment. It's going to take you to a dope artist out there. He's trying to get his YouTube channel monetized. He's almost there. He only needs a few more subscribers. Please click the link and subscribe. It costs you absolutely nothing. I definitely do appreciate you watching though. Peace.